The night sky was not silent. It was alive. Lightning danced through black clouds like veins of fire, striking the cliffs of Mount Cale. Below, the ocean churned as if it sensed something ancient awakening beneath the waves. At the base of the mountain stood Dr. Elias Vaughan, a paleontologist turned myth hunter. For years, people called him insane for believing the old legends, stories of a winged beast that ruled the skies before humans walked the earth. But tonight, the readings on his scanner told him he was right. "Electromagnetic disturbance increasing," muttered his assistant Mira. Her voice shook as thunder rolled overhead. "It's like something is charging up there." Elias adjusted his goggles, peering into the storm. "Not something," he said quietly. "Someone." The ground trembled, rocks cracked. A deep rumble echoed from the heart of the mountain. Not mechanical, not natural. It was breathing. Then came the first roar. It wasn't just heard, it was felt. The kind of sound that ripped through bone and memory, waking something primal inside every living thing. The mountain split open, spewing ash and molten light into the storm. From within the fissure, two burning eyes opened. Ancient, wrathful, intelligent. Wings tore through the rock, unfolding with a force that split trees and sent waves crashing onto the shore. Lightning struck again, revealing the creature's shape. Dreadwing, the forgotten god of storms. Its scales glimmered like obsidian, and veins of molten gold pulsed across its chest. The creature lifted its head, inhaled the storm, and screamed into the night, a sound that shattered clouds and silenced thunder. Mira fell to her knees, clutching her ears. "What is that?" Elias stared, trembling with both terror and awe. "It's not a dragon," he whispered. "It's a weapon." The legend said it was created long before man, a guardian meant to control the balance of nature, until humanity broke that balance. Now, after millennia of sleep, the sky's executioner had returned. The storm bent around it, as if the heavens themselves bowed in fear. The creature spread its wings, each larger than a warship, and leapt into the air, vanishing into the clouds with a roar that made the oceans rise. Lightning no longer fell from the sky. It followed the beast wherever it flew. The Dreadwing Flier had awakened, and the world below would soon remember what fear truly was. The next morning, the world changed. Satellite feeds across the globe captured the impossible, a colossal shadow slicing through the upper atmosphere. Clouds twisted around it like whirlpools, lightning forming its wingspan. It wasn't a storm. It was alive. Governments called it an unidentified aerial phenomenon. The internet called it a god reborn. But in a realist city, perched high among the mountain ridges, nobody had time to name it. The storm came too fast. The sky turned dark within minutes. Winds screamed through the glass towers, tearing banners from the streets. The air shimmered, charged, humming with static. Then came the silence before the strike. At the military base on the city's edge, Commander Vale barked orders into his comm. "Scramble the jets! Get eyes on whatever's in that cloud bank." 6 fighter jets screamed upward, cutting through fog and lightning. The pilots squinted through their visors. Radar was going wild. Something enormous was moving above the clouds, bigger than anything they'd ever seen. "Command, this is Hawk 2. I've got visual. My God, it's not a bird." The clouds split apart. Out came a pair of wings stretching across the horizon, shimmering with fire and smoke. The creature's body glowed faintly, runes burning across its scales like molten symbols. Its head turned, eyes igniting like 2 suns locked on prey. "Engage target!" Vale shouted. Missiles streaked upward. Explosions bloomed across the storm. Flashes of orange against the grey. But when the light faded, the beast was still there, unscathed, floating in the thunder as if the sky itself held it. It opened its jaws. Lightning gathered in its throat, twisting into a spear of pure white fire. The roar came first, then the blast. A wall of lightning slammed into the jets, frying their circuits instantly. One after another, the crafts spiraled down, burning streaks in the sky. The citizens below screamed as the flaming debris rained down. The creature dove lower, wings slicing through skyscrapers, sending glass and steel crashing to the streets. Every flap of its wings created a gale that tore cars off bridges. Dr. Elias and Mira watched from a nearby observatory. Mira's voice shook. "It's not attacking randomly. Look, it's targeting the power grids." Elias narrowed his eyes. "It's feeding on electricity. The storm fuels it." They watched as lightning arced between buildings, drawn toward the creature like streams of energy. With every bolt absorbed, its glow grew brighter, hotter. Commander Vale's voice cracked through the comms. "We can't hurt it. Every time we hit it, it gets stronger." The beast circled the tallest tower, the Sky Spire, and perched atop it like a king on a burning throne. With one mighty roar, it unleashed a shockwave that shattered every window in the city. The sound rolled through the valleys for miles. Elias gripped the railing, his mind racing. "This isn't chaos," he whispered. "It's reclaiming the sky." Lightning coiled around the creature like serpents as it spread its wings once more. Thunder answered. The storm bent to its will. And then, with a single flap, the Dreadwing Flier rose higher, disappearing into the clouds again. All that remained below was a ruined skyline, burning wires, and silence. For the first time in centuries, humanity realized something terrifying. The sky no longer belonged to them. 3 days had passed since the storm. Aurelis City was no longer glowing with neon. It lay in ruins, cloaked in smoke and silence. The skyscrapers stood like broken bones against the dim orange sky. Emergency drones floated through the wreckage, searching for survivors amid the debris. Dr. Elias hadn't slept since that night. His hands trembled as he scrolled through the recorded data. Energy patterns, seismic waves, electromagnetic spikes. None of it made sense. The creature defied science. It didn't just absorb lightning. It commanded it. Mira entered the room quietly, holding 2 cups of coffee that had long gone cold. "You've been watching that same footage for hours," she said softly. "You think you'll find something new?" Elias looked up, his eyes hollow. "No, I think I'll find something old." He paused the video at a single frame. The moment lightning hit the creature's chest, there, burned into its scales, was a pattern, a symbol. Ancient, circular, and horrifyingly familiar. He opened an old archive on his computer, an encrypted file from the Ether Research Division, a secret program shut down decades ago. The same symbol appeared on the cover, a spiral surrounded by runic marks. The title read, Project Seraphim, the Skyborn Engine. Mira leaned closer, her eyes widening. "Are you saying we made that thing?" Elias's voice broke into a whisper. "Not we. Our ancestors. Thousands of years before the collapse, when humanity still ruled the upper atmosphere, he clicked through the files, revealing blueprints of a creature powered by storm energy. A living machine forged from metal and DNA, designed to control weather. But something went wrong. The project was buried, the records erased. Until now. The Dreadwing Flier, he said slowly, wasn't born. It was awakened. Mira's heart pounded. Then who woke it up? Elias didn't answer. He just stared at a recent satellite map. The energy trail from the storm led far beyond the city, toward the northern ridge. There, hidden beneath ancient glaciers, was a glowing mark pulsing through the ice. A temple. Or maybe a tomb. Elias grabbed his coat. "Pack the gear. We leave by dawn." As they stepped outside, the wind howled through the dead city, carrying the faint echo of thunder in the distance. It wasn't over. The sky was rumbling again, like a sleeping god turning in its bed. And somewhere high above the clouds, the Dreadwing Flier opened its eyes once more. Temple of the Skyborn. The wind howled like a living beast across the frozen wastelands of the northern ridge. Snow tore through the air in white fury, and visibility was no more than a few feet ahead. The only sounds were the whirring of engines and the crunch of metal boots on ice. Dr. Elias and Mira trudged forward, wrapped in heavy survival gear, their visors flickering with temperature readings. The drone that followed them hummed quietly, scanning the terrain with a beam of blue light. "Coordinates locked," Mira said through her headset, her voice trembling slightly from the cold. "The signal's coming from beneath that glacier." Elias gazed ahead, and there it was. A massive sheet of ice, split open by what looked like lightning strikes. Inside, something ancient and mechanical pulsed faintly, like a heart that refused to die. They set up the thermal charges, and within minutes, the ice shattered apart with a thunderous roar. Steam rose in ghostly clouds, revealing a colossal metal door, engraved with the same spiral symbol they had seen in the recordings. The Skyborn seal. Elias brushed the frost away, revealing more carvings. Winged figures with halos made of fire, humans kneeling before them, and above all, a phrase written in a forgotten tongue. He whispered as he translated, "Those who rose against the storm shall fall beneath its wings." Mira shivered. "What is this place, Elias?" He took a deep breath. The first storm vault, where they tried to chain the sky itself. The door opened with a deep metallic groan, revealing a vast underground temple. Glowing veins of blue energy ran through,